we got just a couple more things to add to this outfit before we're ready to rip out west in the mountains. We're gonna do these at the same time because I gotta get pretty close to each other. One is a Speedwerx L2 can, and the other one is Cobra Pull Cords. So to be able to get the recoil, I gotta get behind the muffler. So, well, I gotta take the muffler out anyway. Why not just put the Speedwerx in while we're at it? Yeah, that's a little too quiet. So, on these new Fender chassis, pretty nice and simple. 2 little clips. The whole door comes out and comes open. So, surprisingly enough, going from the stock Arctic Cat muffler to the L2 can saves like 13 some pounds. So to start up, we're going to take these springs off here on the muffler, and we'll be able to get this thing up and out. There is another spring. I don't know if you can see it. I'll kind of point with it with the tool. There is a spring right back here, and you will need to pull up and out like that. You got the ones up top too, and it looks like there's another one right back here where my finger's at as well. So we'll make sure you get all these springs out. Find the best way to get my little tool in here. So I did end up taking the hood off. These new Fender chassis are pretty simple. Just got 2 little clips here and a bolt that goes right here under the airbox, and you just unplug the one harness that goes up to your speedometer, and the whole works comes off as one. The reason why I wanted to do this is that there isn't just quite enough clearance here to get that stock muffler in and out. So I'm going to come here, I'm going to pull the springs off of the white pipe here, and then that way I'd be able to move this out and be able to pull that out. Plus, then for them when we do the Cobra cord, got plenty of easy access here as well. The stock muffler does have these little notches that go along the bar. If you simply, after you get the pipe unsprung, you can just move that, pull it up out of the way, and there's another clip way down underneath. And you'll just have to, I'll need 2 hands here, but you just pull it up and you should be able to move it right out. Just like that. Muffler is out. Do I even want to keep that thing? But yeah, so I just had there's another hanger on the bottom, just twist it up out of the way, and just like that we are at a recoil, so we can get going with that Cobra Pull Cord. So on here you got a group of Torx 30. I think there's 5 of them if I'm counting correct. You'll take those out and it'll pull the recoil off. Next up, you just want to pull the recoil all the way tight. Then use a screwdriver, if I can do this one-handed yet, to hold the recoil in place. That way you get all the slack out. Up next, we'll pull this knot out, we'll cut it, and we'll be able to remove the entire pull cord. Just like that, the old pull cord out. Recoil is still held in place by the screwdriver. So now we'll take our Cobra cord, unbox this. We're going to feed it in and tie a good knot here into the recoil, and then we'll feed it back up and tie a good hole into our red handle to match the rest of the sled. So I fished it in this way because I figured that'd be the easier way to do it. Now, after feeding that through, we can just keep making our way, feed this line all the way through. Now, after we got a good solid knot here in the recoil, I can now start fishing it up, which will go up here. It'll go behind this bar, if you can see it right up here, then up underneath and out the front to where we will tie the Cobra handle to this end. We got the cord strung through and out the pull hole, so now got our Cobra Pull Cord here. So now I just got to tie a knot on this end, recess it in the little groove they provide here. I will then release my screwdriver so that the recoil rewinds and reattach it to the motor. Now I got the handle attached, I can slowly start letting her feed back up and in. And from here, bring that back. Get it lined back up. Probably will take me a couple hands here. There we go. And line it back in, and we'll reattach the torque screws, and Cobra cord will be installed. Just like that, Cobra Pull Cord installation is complete. We will be moving on to the Speedwerx can here next. But how cool is that? Guys, firm grip, obviously. And these pull cords will not break. I don't know about any of you guys, but in the past of other trips I've been on out west, I have had a few buddies have their pull cords break. We've done everything from a ratchet strap onto the clutch and other other ways, let's just say, to get these things started. Where these, I know I have the confidence to not have them break. I am very thankful for Cobra Pull Cords to sending these out and helping us get set up. And this Alpha is going to be quite the sled when it's all said and done. But now, let's get into the Speedwerx L2 can. One thing to note right away here is that Speedwerx does provide this little bend and some springs here. We will need to install a little L-shaped little bracket here down at the tip of the muffler. With the provided instructions, it actually gives you a little picture here. You can kind of see where that L-shaped bracket is here on the bottom with the nut, and with the spring attached here on top of the muffler. So we are going to go ahead and start with that. Well, got the exhaust all put back together. Add another spring bracket here. This thing is rock solid. This thing's going to sound absolutely amazing when it's all said and done. So, I suppose we better put back on the hood and then get to see what this thing sounds like. Alright, now the after. Big thank you for Speedwerx for also sending out a can and also a clutch kit that isn't quite on yet, but it will be soon. So keep an eye out for that as well. But this thing is going to be ready to rip here out west here, and I am pumped as we're heading out here shortly. We'll be seeing some of the CNA sponsored pro riders here pretty soon. If not, if you haven't checked out any of the rest of the installation videos on this Alpha, make sure you go check it out. But until then, ride safe.